RP stands for retinitis pigmentosa. 7 years ago, I started having problems with my eyes. I started going back and forth with the doctor. The doctor kept telling me nothing was wrong with my eye. He told me my retina was fine, my cornea was fine. 4 years later, I went back to the doctor, and that's when they saw a dramatic change with my vision. So I went to a specialist, and the specialist told me I had RP. After they saw a dramatic change in my vision, the specialist, told me it wasn't anything that he can do. He said there's no cure here in America, that they were still working on a cure. He said, but I could place you on a vitamin A medicine and it would give you an additional 10 extra years with your vision. Now, it might hurt your liver, but I want you to watch your liver. Do a liver function test every so many months. I said, okay. So, 3 days later, I contacted the specialist again and I wanted to do a second opinion. I went to Kaiser to do a second opinion, and the second opinion doctor told me that I had RP. I won't lose my vision, but I probably will have tunnel vision. And I said, okay. Well, when I got home, I went online and I started looking up RP. RP is a rare disease, and America has no cure for it. So I found a doctor over in Canada. I flew over to Canada, and I did a treatment over there, which is called acupuncture. I went over there and I stayed 7 days for acupuncture treatment, 5 hours a day. That bypassed me time with my vision for additional 6 months. After that treatment, my vision turned for the worse. So me and the doctor discussed my options, and we decided to go ahead and place me on vitamin A. Vitamin A side effect is your liver. You have to keep an eye on your liver. So I went for a second opinion to another specialist, and he basically told me the same thing, that it's no cure and it's nothing that they can do to help me, that I would just have to go through the changes with my vision. And my vision got progressive and progressive. It got so progressive where I had to stop driving. Well, December 2012, I was having dinner with my next door neighbor, and he said, DeAndre, what kind of eye disease you have? I said, well, I have RP. He said, well, what is RP? And I explained to him. I said, hey, why don't you pull it up for me? He pulled it up, and we found a doctor over in Beijing that will perform this procedure. So I took the information down, and his mother called for me, and I had to get all my medical records from Kaiser, and I had to send them all over to Beijing. I went to my ophthalmologist and I told him that I think I found a cure over in China. And he said, no, China doesn't have a cure. And I said, yes, it is. Here's the paperwork right here. It had all the information on it. It had all the doctor. It had the procedure and everything that they was going to be performing on me. And I only went to him for a second opinion. And I asked him, could he give me an outside referral, because I was trying to use my Kaiser insurance, and he did. Well, during that time, Kaiser contacted me, and of course, Kaiser denied it because they didn't believe that this procedure worked. I'm here to tell you that the procedure worked for me. Now, remember, it's not a cure, it's to help you to stabilize your vision. It's just like a tree. A tree has roots. And once the roots die in the tree, that means the tree dies. But in order to make the tree come alive, you give the tree nutrition and you water it. And it's a slow progress. It will stabilize. It can do two things. You could go back to the vision you have, or it can give you a little vision back. The procedure that they performed on me was they bridged my blood vessels to get the oxygen and the blood flowing back into my eyes. And put the nutrition back in my eyes. It's a very slow procedure. It's not an overnight procedure. It takes time to get your vision back. I went over there and I was at 2400 in one eye, 2100 in the other eye. Well, I couldn't read the letter E. When I left there, I can read the letter E. I can read the first and the second letters now on the eye chart. I can also see through my peripheral vision now, And when I went over there, I had no peripheral vision. Now my center vision is still a little off, but the recovery is anywhere from 6 months to a year, and my recovery is going well. My center vision goes in and out, but I'm okay with that because I'm driving again. And not only that, when I went back to my ophthalmologist over at Kaiser, he was even happy that he saw a change in my eyes. After I came out of surgery, I was blindfolded for 5 days. And the reason they have my eyes covered for the 5 days, it was to protect my eyes from any infection and from the sunlight, because the blood vessel was very delicate at that time. So every day I had to run off an IV for 3 hours to put nutritions back in my eyes. I had to do eye drops twice a day. And my experience over in Beijing, wow, I had a big experience. The people was really nice. My doctor was very, very warm, very, very professional. And they made me feel at home over there, because all through this hospital was RP patients. I could not believe how many RP patients I saw. I can see much better. I can do things that I couldn't do 4 months ago. I'm telling you, it's real. It's not fake at all. You're looking at a young person that had the procedure done. I am the first American person that had this procedure done, and I'm also the first African American lady that had this procedure done over in Beijing, because the procedure helped me, and it also can help you. Don't wait to the last minute, because the more you wait, the more you will lose your vision. Because once your cells die, you can't get that vision back. Thank you for listening to my story. If you are an RP patient, I advise you to contact Redwood Medical so you can have the same experience I had.